to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakah Kodash, Shalom, to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, it's going to be relatively quick. I'm going to entitle this video, We Don't Eat Right. We don't eat right. That's why we're in the condition that we're in. And that's part of the curses. When it speaks about the diseases, even not mentioned in the scriptures or the law, we're going to suffer these new diseases. And it's, for the most part, based upon your eating habits. So, I was watching this video. I just got up to about this point. Anyway, this was put up by O'Shea Duke Jackson. Aries Spears ends his career after saying this about black women. Now, what he said was the truth. When you watch this video, he speaks about the black woman with the fake eyelashes. He said that they look like pterodactyl wings on your eyes, which they do. If you really want to turn me off, let's go on a date and you show up with some long. I'm not gonna deal with you, you know. Or if I do deal with you, I'm not gonna be serious with you. That shit is a complete turn. Y'all, do you all realize how foolish y'all look? You look like fucking clowns. And that's right, pterodactyl wings on the eyes. So you can watch the rest of this video, and it'll give you examples of these women. And see, women really, I'm talking about, the so-called black women. Another reason why not to deal with it. The bonnets. You look fucking ridiculous with them bonnets on. Going to the hood about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're gonna see women in the hood with bonnets on and pajamas with how they call it down south. They call it house shoes. We call it slippers up here. And they'll go to they either go to McDonald's, Mama's Fried Chicken, the corner store, and that's everywhere in America. You know, you got all these different food places that you can buy food from restaurants. It's all highly processed carbohydrates and proteins, which mess you up. So anyway, before he goes into his rant on the sisters about the pterodactyl wings on the eyes, and they said that this ruined his career. So I guess telling the truth can ruin your career. So anyway, I'm dealing with this part because he just did a colonoscopy, which is a colon checkup. And part of the checkup is they believe they'll stick a probe up your butt or they stick their finger up there. So this is him. I muted it. It says, well, what's up? It's your boy, Aries Spears. Here, I just got doing my fair use colonoscopy, where they check your colon. And they'll tell you that. They say, well, you 45, you should be getting colonoscopy tests every year. You don't need no colonoscopy tests if you're eating right. This guy, you can look at the guy. Now, they showed in the beginning. Let me bring this up. Okay, this is him. Okay, I'm at 140, right? I'm coming down to 21. This is when he first came on the scene. That's when they had the Def Comedy Jam, hosted by this guy. The dude in Bad Boys. He'd been out the business for a while. He's back, and somebody help me out. It'll come back to me. Anyway, This is him when he first came on the scene. He was 16 years old when he got into comedy, professional comedy, right? So you could see that the man is he looks in shape, So that's why I couldn't even. I said, wait a minute, when did I ever see Ari Spears? Well, you saw Ari Spears, but this is what he looked like. So let's come back over here. Well, this is him. He clearly doing Shaquille. You come up here. Okay, you see that? Right there, you're looking like a black panda. Not snapping on him, just telling the truth. Let me see. Where'd I go? 140. There's him again. Look totally different from when he was 16. You should be about the same weight in your high school. If you're 150 pounds, 170 pounds, you should be, as a man that's 40, 50, you should be, if not that 170 pounds, you should be damn close to it. When I was in high school, I was 170. About nine months ago, I was 180. Went down to 180. I'm 200 as of a couple of days ago, but now I'm going back down. The summer's here, but I was doing a 3-mile walk, walking for about 55 minutes to an hour. And I do the green smoothies, and I try to eat. When we eat, we don't go. You'll never see us at McDonald's or Mama's Fried Chicken. I haven't ate a piece of fried chicken in, I don't know, 4 years. But anyway, let me come back over here. Come bring it back to 140. Okay, so here he is. So what's up? It's your boy Ari Spears. Here I just got doing my colonoscopy public service announcement. Black men, get this done. I know we real alphabetish in the black community. Yeah, because they say they stick a probe up you, or they stick their finger. Back in the day, I don't know if they still do it, but back in the day, they'd stick the doctor, put on gloves, and stick his finger up your rectum. But I believe now they use a probe. So they push this campaign of men getting colonoscopies, women and men, but mainly Jake, because Jake don't like to go to the hospital. Well, if you took care of yourself, you ate the right foods. The scriptures say, that's Ezekiel chapter 4, if I'm not mistaken. Our food is we will eat our bread defiled among the Gentiles. And that's talking about the fulfillment of over here in America, because other captivities we were eating good. There were no GMOs back then. This system that we that we're part of, the food is highly processed, non-organic, non-superfoods. Superfoods are the next level up. You can have organic, non-GMO, but then you have superfoods, which is above all of them. It says now we real alphabetish in the black community, and we confuse getting a health exam because a doctor put his finger in your what. Knock it off. Get the colonoscopy. Now you had Jake's, the famous Jakes, athletes, actors, actresses. They will push you to get the C ragamuffin jump. jump shot, which the ones that y'all listen to your favorite actors and comedians and athletes, you know, y'all got, and a lot of y'all, you know, kicked the bucket. You know? It had you niggas shook. Especially in IUIC. The year 2021, there was either 20 to 22 people in the IUIC went into the spirit world because of the thing. Now you can, I'm not putting words, I'm not saying this, I'm not slandering nobody, but you can go to IUIC Passover 2022 and Bishop Nathaniel was in the hospital for about a year, something like that, and he just got out. Matter of fact, they didn't know he was going to be at the Passover, and he said, here he is. He came out and he spoke about, it was either 20 or 22. I got to go back and see it. He said it had passed, and I forget the exact words, but I believe they passed from the C. Ragamuffin, right? But I believe, my belief is that they passed from getting the jump shot. Because the jump shot, there were certain people I ran into that said that they got all the jump shots and they still got it. So guess what? It only makes sense that thing, the C. Ragamuffin, is in a jump shot. So, and now the reason why these 20 or 20 people in the IUIC took it is because Bishop Nathaniel signed off on it. He didn't say, go out and take it. I'm commanding you to take it. You got to take it as an order. The Most High told me to tell you to take it. He kind of put it up in the air, you know, do what you have to do. Now, dealing with General Yohana, he said, go out and take it. And you a punk if you don't take it. You're scared of needles, or whatever the case may be. But he said, that's all over YouTube. Everybody know the videos, not video, but videos, where he said, go ahead and take it. So, now I don't know who got sick from the ICPK or where they took the jump shot or whatever the case may be. But I don't trust these devils unless your shit, you know, unless you got ran over by a fucking train and you still alive, let the doctors check you out, you know? You got shot in the head, stabbed up, because these big hospitals, what they specialize in is trauma, you know? So even an herbologist, a homeopathic doctor will tell you don't go into a hospital unless you got to be wheeled up in there. That means you at the point of death, because they specialize in trauma. They don't specialize in healing. When they let you out, they give you pills. The pills are supposed to aid in your body. Your body heals itself. So it says, now if you look at him, I can tell. I look at his face. You compare it to back. Let me come back over here. Right there, he looked in shape. Whether he was or not, he looked completely different from now. This is when he was 16 years old. Let me bring it back up. 16 years old. Come back over here. Come back over here again. Bring it back some. Public service announcement. Black men, get this done. I know we real alphabet phobic in the black community. No, we real alphabet phobic in the black community, and we confused. Bear me for a minute. Very confused. Okay, health exam because a doctor put his finger up your backside. Knock it off. Get the colonoscopy. They put you to sleep, and I don't want to be put to sleep because I don't know what this devil's going to do. You wake up, don't even know that you're booty been tampered with, get the get the whatever. This is a public service announcement from Aries Spears. Put your in ABC alphabet phobia away and take care of yourself. Black man, all right. Well, that's actually good. Telling the black man. That's this guy O'Shea speaking. So this guy is telling you, and you can see. Trust me. This guy is suffering from high blood pressure, which is hypertension. He's insulin. What is it? Insulin resistance. That means if you got a protruding belly, which most of our people got protruding bellies, you're pre-diabetic. Okay, I don't got to take a test. You're pre-diabetic, and your insulin resistance, meaning every time you eat something, you're what's the word? You're causing the pancreas to produce insulin, and people they wind up with diabetes because they deplete, they break the pancreas, which pancreas means all fresh, and see, one disease, if it's not taken care of, adds to another disease. That's why when a motherfucker's in his deathbed, he got a whole list of diseases. Sometimes you got Jake, they go blind, MS, stomach cancer. They had a couple of heart attacks, a couple of strokes. So one bad thing is a chain reaction. One sickness in your body leads to other sicknesses in your body. So he said that because he took one, but look at him. I guarantee you this man right here, unless he's taking pills, but the pills don't help. They just cover. If you stop taking them pills, you go back to your lifestyle, you're gonna still have these sicknesses. This whole laundry list of sicknesses. So this guy's suffering from. He's probably diabetic, pre-diabetic, high blood pressure, hypertension. He got a bad colon because somebody told him to go get a colon test. Now, and there's many other things. Like I said, one disease produces other diseases in the body, and it all goes back to inflammation. Now even doctors are going into homeopathic drugs now. They're saying if you're suffering from MS or MS, multiple sclerosis, or dementia, which is all the same thing. This is not medical advice, by the way, which is all the same thing. What they call that now is they call it diabetes 3. Look that up. You had diabetes 1, when you're born with it, something from your mother. Diabetes 2, which you're normal, you eat too much sugars, too much carbs, or whatever the case may be, and then you wind up with diabetes 2. And most Jakes suffer from diabetes 2. Diabetes 3 normally happens when you're older, but that's diabetes. Same thing in your stomach, but it's in your brain now. It went from your colon or your GI tract, which is with gastrointestinal tract. So like I said, I'm saying it again. One disease, if you don't check it, leads to other diseases. So like I said, looking at this guy, he's suffering from hypertension, which is high blood pressure. He's either diabetic. He's diabetic. That brother diabetic. If he's not diabetic, he's pre-diabetic. What else? Which come from the colon. Everything starts at the colon. That's why he said take the colon test. And I guarantee you, this guy eats shit that you eat in the ghetto. Now, let me go over here. I'm sorry, let me come over here. Okay, right over here. Okay, so I put in Mama's Fried Chicken. And look what popped up. And this is what you're going to find in the hood. You're going to find Wendy's, you're going to find McDonald's, you're going to find Burger King, you're going to find Mama's Fried Chicken, Texas Fried Chicken, Texas Barbecue. And this is what Jake eats all day, every day. This was famous in the South. I remember when this first came out. Waffles and chicken, which is the worst combination of foods you can put together. You got deep fried chicken, which is nothing but carbs, carbohydrates, and protein. And then you got waffles, which is nothing but carbohydrates. And you got syrup and butter. I mean, this is a recipe for disaster. Part of the reason why Jake blow each other away because of their colon is all fucked up. You know, you have the colon brain connection. Look that up. The colon brain connection, meaning when you have craving for sweets, that's the bad bacteria in your body wanting. They tell your brain what to do. Look, nigga, get something sweet. I got a sweet tooth. I have, man, you couldn't pay me to eat this stuff. Don't get me wrong, we can't eat the ancient foods. You know, we go to certain restaurants, but we go to restaurants, like we'll go to Greek restaurants, Elamite restaurants, you know, or even make our own food. Because that's what I used to do. See, all this stuff here is bad for you. And you ain't going to find it in no affluent neighborhood where Edomites live. You're going to find no Mama's Fried Chicken or the Chinese restaurant down the street. So now, let me come over here. I put in foods for a healthy gut. So you eating these foods, according to the information, you don't got to go in for no colonoscopy. Now, I did a number 2 about 2 hours ago, a couple hours ago before I did my first video, and that thing came out. It was about 13 to 14 inches long, and it was about in the width of a knockwurst. Yeah, knockwurst. Some of you niggas got knockwurst in the back of your head. But that's part of the curses, you know. So and when I do a number 2, because I take a lot of probiotics because of my condition, but this thing is clearing up. When I go to the bathroom, right? I go sit down. It comes out. I get up. I'm in and out doing the number 1 and number 2. I'm in and out in maybe a minute. It's because this is a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about health and eating the right foods, and I was telling the apostles and bishop that when I go to the bathroom, I'm in and out. If I'm doing the number 1, number 2, I'm in and out in about a minute, less than a minute at most, minute and a half at most. So they were saying, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. Well, you keep twerking your diet, which you guys are doing, you'll do that. Because when you go to the bathroom, do number 2, you do what you got to do and keep it moving, you know? Anyway, so let me just read this. It says, a healthy gut diet includes foods that contain probiotics. I take probiotics a couple of times a day, which are beneficial microorganisms and prebiotics, which help those microorganisms thrive or live. Because there's a battle going on in your, in your colon, in your GI system tract. It's a battle for the bad biotics and the probiotics, the good biotics. When you get sick, the first thing that they give you, they needle you up, and they give you antibiotics to kill what? The bad biotics. But what you're doing is you're killing both the good and the bad. But you get sick, and in the hopes that you get better, that's when you gotta eat healthy. You gotta eat probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics. It says everything starts from the gut. That they call it the gut. They call it GI tract. They call it the second brain. It connects with the brain in your head. It said which helps those microorganisms thrive. Some examples of these foods include fermented foods containing probiotics, such as yogurt, kefir, miso, Japanese miso soup, sauerkraut, and I eat sauerkraut. Matter of fact, I'm gonna eat some after I finish this video. Kimchi, which is like it's Korean sauerkraut. But if you get the kimchi, you gotta make sure there's no fish in it, because sometimes they put the little fish in it. It could be unclean fish, so you gotta make sure it's all vegetarian. It's nothing but it's like sauerkraut. It's nothing but fermented foods. Or kombucha. Now I drink kombucha, which there's not a whole lot of studies on it, but they claim it's supposed to be healthy. I mean, it is a probiotic. Whole grains and beans contain prebiotics, right? So these are prebiotics, such as oats. How many Jakes get up and eat oats? Organic oats, quinoa, and black beans, because beans have fiber. Other foods such as fruits, vegetables. Jake don't be eating fruits and vegetables. Nuts and seeds. This guy, the Minister of Wellness, Nathaniel Jordan, he'll call it, what does he call it? G bombs. What was it? G bombs. The G stands for greens, I believe. The B stands for, I believe, beans. The O stands for onions. The M stands for mushrooms. The B stands for, I got to look it up again. And the S stands for seeds. Which is no meat, It says the script, the Apocrypha tell you about eating too much meat. And that's another problem with Jake. They load up on proteins and carbs. Nuts and seeds, which can help with gut health. Here are some other foods that may be good for gut health. Asparagus, a variety of vegetables, which Jake don't eat that. That's easy to cook. Banana, organic banana, high in fiber and potassium, which can help with digestion and prevent excess stomach acid. Oregano oil may be more effective than antibiotics for killing bad bacteria in the small intestine. Or you got the book, Dr. Sebi's. That's a book on Dr. Sebi's. Maybe somebody should get that book for me. I'm gonna go into this. I'm gonna get this book. Okay, so now where am I going to go from here? I'll give you one precept. Okay, this is Numbers, right? Now, in Numbers 11, I started from the first verse. The key point is around about the fifth, sixth, seventh verse. Now, when you start at the first verse, it speaks about how we went in the wilderness, and Jake in the back, not the forefront, Jake was in the back. They were talking shit about Moses and the Most High, and Most High brought us out here to kill us and so forth. So the Most High got mad, and he caused. Now it says Lord and Yahweh heard it, talking shit, and his anger was kindled, and the fire of Yahweh burnt among them. Now we believe that it's that ship, the gigantic ship, could have been 50 miles, and I don't know how big. It was a gigantic ship, a pillar of fire by night and a pillar of cloud by day. That was a gigantic ship that never needed to be refueled, and we're talking 40 years. You don't have to go to the gas station. You don't got to plug it in to no electrical outlet. It says, and the fire of Yahweh burnt among them. In other words, they were getting hit with lasers and consumed them, set them on fire, burnt them to death. That were in the utmost parts of the camp. That was in the outer skirts. Like, what's going up there, man? See, Moses ain't coming back to us. We got to go back to Egypt. And the people cried unto Moses, Mashah, and when Mashah prayed unto Yahweh, and by the way, when he prayed unto Yahweh, he didn't say Most High and Christ bless. He called on the name Yahweh. At that time, they didn't know about Yahweh Shai. But the angel that was dealing with him was Yahweh Shai. That rock, the Apostle Paul tell you that rock was Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh Shai was there as an angel. The fire was quenched. So when Mashah put the prayers up to have mercy on these people, the fire, the Most High stopped burning them up. See, when a laser hits an object, if it hits a tree, the tree's gonna catch on fire. It says, and he called the name of the place Taberah. I'm gonna read that in the Hebrew, because the fire of Yahweh burnt among them. Now let me look that up. So certain places get their names because of an event. It's called a nomen omen. Name sign. There's too many of you brothers that came to the camp. Y'all came in the camp totally out of shape, man. The Apostle Paul said bodily exercise profiteth little. So right here the word is thabaira. Thabaira. Burning. A place in the wilderness of Paran. So Moses said, I'm going to call this place burning because y'all got burnt up. And that's mentioned 2 times, Deuteronomy 9 and 22. And at Taberah, and at Massa, and at Kurd Bro, Thiak, whatever, ye provoked Yahweh to wrath. And he burnt them, but he didn't burn them forever because there's no such thing as hell. And the Most High going to ultimately have mercy on all the Israelites. Remember, that promise that he gave to Abraham goes to all the Israelites. Whether you're the 1/3 or the 2/3, we're just going to get it first. He said, blessed is he that maketh the first resurrection. Okay. So let me come back over here, and I'm gonna close it. See, Yahweh Shai he didn't have a protruding belly. He was in shape. He probably had a 8-pack, a 10-pack. He was in excellent shape. Okay, let me come over here. All right, 4th verse. And the mixed multitude, now you got clowns like Vocab Malone saying, well, they're the mixed multitude. Well, guess what? That mixed multitude got to the heirs of Jake to make them want to go back to Egypt. That's why they complained to go back to Egypt, because they were listening to them damn heathens, man. It said in the mixed multitude, which are the other nations, and yes, there were other nations that came along with us, that was among them, among who? The Israelites, fell a lusting, and the children of Yasha'Allah also wept again, and said, Who shall give us flesh to eat? Because all they were getting was manna, as you read down, and that sustained your life. And then the Most High did give them flesh in the form of quails, and he drowned them with quails. It says, we remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt or Martazayim freely, meaning all you can eat. They busted your ass, but guess what? They fed you. They fed you good. The cucumbers, the melons, the leeks, and the onions and the garlic, prebiotic, probiotic. Fish is great for you, omega-3 fatty acids. You have good fats and bad fats. But now our soul is dried away. There is nothing at all beside this manna before our eyes, which can sustain your life. This one food can sustain your life. And the manna was as coriander seed, and the color thereof as the color of bedlam. And it goes on to say how they gathered it and they cooked with it, made cakes and so forth. Now I want to pull out a couple of words, right? Let me go to the word manna. Because they say some more things about manna. Okay, manna that fed the Israelites for 40 years of wilderness wandering means what is it? So manna is what is it? Or like ma is like what? Like what or who? So manna was actually called what is it? What was that? We'll eat it and find out. Oh, it's pretty good. But they got tired of it. Literally a whatness, so to speak, i.e. manna, so-called from the question about it. Manna. What's that? Okay, I want to do something here. Let me try something. Okay, I think I found it. So in Exodus 16, verse 31, and the house of Yasha'Allah called the name thereof manna, and it was like coriander seed, white, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. So it tasted good, and it sustained your life. Because they ate that for 40 years, plus the quails, but they ate manna every day. So that's a perfect food. That's a superfood and a perfect food. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.